Morning, happy Wednesday. Hello, my friends. I'm excited to paint this morning. I just finished the Rittenhouse Square fine art show this past weekend, and it was a great weekend. And thanks to everybody who came to visit me. I always love that. It's kind of the coolest feeling to sit like on a city street and just have people walk up out of nowhere and say hello. People that I know, people that I've never met, people that like know me from Instagram, but I've never met them. It's just so much fun. Good morning, Carol Ann. How are you? Hi, Rosemary. Good morning. Yeah, the show, it was a great show. I like my fellow artists. They all such beautiful artwork. Good morning, Ellen. So I'm excited to be back and painting, and hopefully having a little bit more time to focus on painting. Hi, Sherry. And not so much running from one weekend to the next. But here, let me turn this around. So yesterday, I went to Roots Market, which is a little market right near where I live, to get some stuff. And I took a photo of these plums. They were in the sunlight. What would be the biggest piece of advice you would give if you want to get into a gallery? Well, that's something oh, Michael, you're in Tennessee. That's so exciting. I just saw your post this morning. Did you meet my friend Kathy yet, or is today the first day? I can't wait to hear all about it. I wish I was there. To get into a gallery, I think you just kind of have to build that up. I would start local and look for some local galleries and go and meet the people, and that's where I would really start. I would like to work on a little more gallery representation, but I need to have like a whole body of work, which I keep selling my paintings. It's hard to build that up. So, it's different at different stages, but I would say if you want to do that, I'd start local. Find your local galleries, go meet them, make friends with them, and see where it takes you. That's always the best place. Michael says today's the first day. I'll see her in a couple of hours at 7 a.m. here. Oh, that's so exciting. So Michael's at Haiti Jo Summers, am I right? Her plein air painting workshop, which I thought about doing. I was super close to doing it, but I just felt like I would have been so overwhelmed to have done Rittenhouse last weekend and be home and now all of a sudden be in Tennessee. So I didn't do it, but I am having a little FOMO, but I'm sure you will fill me in and tell me about everything I missed. And next time you do one of those, I won't miss it. Hi, Laura. How are you? And Laura just opened up her own gallery in, Laura, I always forget what town it is. Around Allentown. Tell me in here, which is so exciting. It looks fabulous. So exciting. So, Ellen says, so excited for you, Michael. Talk her into doing it again next year. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe not the same week, though. Thank you. Okay, I need to get focused here, don't I? Good morning, Tina. It was good to see you this weekend. Laura says her studio, Allentown Shops at 3900 Hamilton Boulevard. It's opening this Saturday. That's so exciting. Okay, so I need to mix some colors. I think part of what, my light's shining on there. Part of what I love about this are the colors. I love that teal, and I love these, and it's going to be challenging to mix them up. These like bluish, purplish, reddish, maroonish colors. They're so fun, and I have to think about it. Photo was really just caught my eye because of all the darks and lights. I love strong source of light. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I was kind of going back and forth whether I wanted to do the true transparency behind or if I want to just do one color behind. Not sure. Haven't decided that yet. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's start mixing some colors. I'm going to pull this down here. Sorry, you can see this thing. I'll move that up a little bit. All right, so where's everybody listening from this morning? All right, I got to get my palette I found. I'm going to start with those turquoisey colors. I'm going to mix that up first. Oh, I want to show you. So yesterday I had so much fun. My friend Emily Keener, my new friend Emily, she invited me to meet her at Conestoga House and Gardens. So it's a garden place here in Lancaster. It was an estate. I think it was an estate of someone from the Steinman family who was like the local newspaper. And it's just gorgeous. So now it's like a garden place where you can be a member and hang out, and they hold events and things there. But Emily, she's from thisishappiness.studio here on Instagram, and she paints, but she also does pottery, and she gave this to me. Look, the polka dots on the back. Is that not the cutest? And it has a little bit of some watercolors on here, but I also love that my paintbrushes always roll around, so now I can set it to the side and it'll keep them from rolling all over the place. Like, how perfect is that? I wished for one of these, and then here it is. Crazy. Crazy when that happens, but I love it. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, it was fun. We sat and talked, and we had a lot in common friends and everything. Okay. So this is a really dark. Now I've got to lighten it, and it's dark purple, which I think are my darkest darks, but now I want to lighten it. I'm going to use this fun, I love this color from Vasari, this jade green. See how that looks. Alberta, Canada. Oh, I'm missing where everybody's from. Am I missing that? Love that. Where can we get one? Oh, Ellen. Yes. Go look. I think she probably has them for sale. I wrote it down here. So her handle here on Instagram is thisishappiness.studio. Yeah, we had such a nice time. I want to definitely do that again. And if anybody is from Lancaster and wants to join us, you certainly are welcome to. The more the merrier, I always say. All right, I'm going to put more of this out here on my palette. Oops. Let me see what I'm missing here. Hi, Nancy. Santiago, Chile, South America. Hi, Carmen. Welcome. Hi, Jackie. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Mixing the color for the box, that turquoisey color. Let's see how close this is. Yeah, that's nice. Now I need to have it be brighter and lighter for the lightest areas, and I actually didn't put any white out here on my palette. What was I thinking? I'm looking for a tube of white. I don't know why I run out of white all the time. I need to buy white. Oh, what green is that? Jackie said it's the Vasari color that I got, which you could get next week when we go paint. It's jade green, isn't it pretty? Jade green extra pale. Shyla from India. Hi, Shyla. Green is that. Okay, caught up with that. I'm good. All right. Because that looks pretty close to the true color of that box. And then I'm going to add some white so I have some very light of that color. So pretty. Love those colors. And now I need like dark purples and reddish purples. Violet, right? We decided it's not called purple. So I have two different violets out here. I have to play around with Windsor violet and Egyptian violet. I have them both here. I think this is the Egyptian and this is the Windsor. I'm going to go with the Egyptian and see what that looks like here. Really dark. And then I'm going to add some of my magenta. I'm getting magenta in my red there. there are pops of color that are very bright. So I'm going to take that and lighten that, but I don't want to lighten it with white. I'm going to make it lighter with, I might try this. Look at this fun one. Vasari Ruby Violet Light. I have some unusual colors out. I don't know why. I must have been working on something or playing with something. Sometimes I forget. Oh, I want that more red, so I'm going to add more magenta in there. I wanted it less purpley, more red. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? And I'm going to pull a little bit of that and put a little Indian yellow in there too, because there is a little bit color in there that looks more reddish yellow, like Indian yellow. That's really nice. Okay, now I need to, I think those will mostly work for my dark areas. Now I need to work on where the highlights are. So I think what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I had a plan. I'm going to take some, this is that purple that I always like, this Old Holland Violet Gray, which in and of itself is a great color. And then I'm going to pull that to the side and add some of my Vidya Blue Extra Pale into that. Too light. I don't think it's too light. I'm going to make an in-between one though. A transition color that's not quite as not pretty. So I'm happy with that, but I think I need a little bit more. I'm going to take a little, got my paintbrush in a color from yesterday. I'm going to pull that down and add a little bit of permanent rose into that, because some of those purples do skew a lot more to the reds. That's pretty. I'll do the same here. Hi, Lori. How are you? I like this. I think I want to make a little bit more of that color. Oops, my paper towels are falling all over the place here. So I'm going to go and do the same thing. It was this color and my Vidya Blue Extra Pale. Just feel like I'm going to run out. And I try to mix enough color and not be precious so that I don't run out. I wonder if I need that later. No, I don't think I do. The dark reds, the purples, the teal. I don't know. I think that's good. Yeah, if I need to mix more, I can. All right, so I'll put that down and bring this back up here. And I think I'll kind of do the true color. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think I will. All right, so I'm going to take some of my manganese blue hue and put that in here. It's a little bit dried out. Hi, Mary Eileen. How are you? I need a little bit more of my manganese blue hue. Good, I'm doing well, thank you. Good morning. This goes about there. All right, I think that's good. Some to work on where my really darkest darks are too, but I'll do that in a little bit. This comes all the way. It's a little more blue than that. Such great colors, aren't they? So I'm going to put in some of this, and then I'm going to go in with a darker color, I think, to map things out a little bit more. I love your vibrant artwork with birds. Thank you. I need to do more birds. Just painted a, should I do purple? I'm going to do a little purple. Such a big, purple's such a dominant color. Blue. I can go a little crazy with this, right? I always like doing that, pushing the envelopes a little bit. Being a little crazy. It's really dark in there. This one looks bluer. Like, I love how some of them look very plum. Some of them look very blue. And that's what kind of gives it interest too. All right, I need a sip of my coffee. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, friends. Irma says good morning. Oh, let's just be wild and crazy. I'm going to put a little permanent rose in there. Why not? It's not a day to be quiet. It's a mess. Sometimes it is really fun to let it be a mess and then just pull it all together. Not always easy, but it's fun. It's really dark in there. I'll add that in a little bit. What should I do really dark? Maybe I'll do dark purple in there. Dark here. Here. All right. It's really dark right there. Let me do a little dark blue in there. That's a shadow. That is a lovely mess, isn't it? All right. Good morning, Irma. Sorry. Oh, I was missing things. Okay. Beautiful abstract expression. Thank you. I think I'm going to get my pigment sticks out. I can always add a little bit more in there if I need to, but you make mess look amazing. Thanks, Jackie. You know I make a mess. mess. Whoops. I was going to wipe my eye and I have paint on my fingers. I always have to be careful of that. Whoops. Sorry about that. That looks good. We'll throw some green in there for good measure. So why not? I think that's good. What did I miss? The red. That's fun. Little bit of gold, because why not? And then I think I'll be ready to dive in. I'm not going to do too much gold. I think that's good. Oh, which red is that? That is, I think, look at that, you can't even begin to read a word on there. I think it's quinacridone magenta, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I put a little bit of darkest dark in there too. It's an oil, yes, it's called an RNF pigment stick. So it's oil paint in stick form. And it's really kind of luscious and juicy. It helps me keep my painting loose, because when I pop in this, I try and let little bits of these colors show through in the end. They're super fun to work with. I think that's good. That's a mess, isn't it? Okay, let me get my brush, and I usually start with my darkest dark areas. It'll help me map what I'm doing here. But I do want to keep some of that, those pigment sticks showing in the end if I can. Are they Sennelier? No, I don't prefer the Sennelier oil sticks. They're kind of too hard for my taste. So these are from RNF is the company, but they're much, there's nothing wrong with the Sennelier ones. I just don't prefer them. I have some, but I rarely even get them out. Pop it right in there. I feel like I got a lot of thick paint on there, but that's all right. It's a little wild. Right, am I missing any other? This is a really nice dark right there. I don't want to lose that. That's wild looking, isn't it? Hi, Helen. All right, I'm cleaning off my brush with my paper towel, and I'm going to have a little coffee. What are we having today? Coffee or tea or mushroom coffee? in some of this fun kind of orangey color. Thank you, Charmaine. All right, so this has a little shadow under there. Hibiscus tea. That sounds fun, Carol Ann. Are you going on another? No. Carol Ann is going to be at the New Hope show this weekend. So if you want to go see her, it's in New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's a great show. I've done that show and liked it very much. And Carol Ann, do you want to say what your booth number is? Don't remember. Just ordered mushroom coffee. Yes, I got some to try too, and I do like it. I can't remember what brand. They sent it to me to try. And of course, now I forget what I was talking about. Do that all the time. Oh, Carol Ann and New Hope is part what I was talking about, right? Good morning. Is Emerson here? See, Mr. Travado came on. That means Emerson's probably watching. Booth B100. I'm on a corner. Oh, good, Carol Ann. I think I was too. I was on the corner. It's a good place to be. And I love New Hope. Are you staying overnight there or are you driving home? New Hope's a fun place to hang out. All right, I'm thinking about what I need to do next here. Maybe I'll work on my box. Or at least more the shadow area of my box, maybe. Boston hears your voice and got very excited. I think he wants to sit by his treats. Yes, because he thinks I'm going to give him a treat. Boston's my little dog friend down the street. My dog neighbor, Carolyn, says we're staying Friday to Monday, hoping the rain stays over the ocean. It is a rain or shine show, so she will be there no matter what. Oh my gosh, at Rittenhouse, it poured toward the end of the show, like at 4 o'clock maybe. A gorgeous weekend. Like I couldn't have wished for better weather for the show. And then it poured, and I've torn down in the rain before, but it's really hard doing it like in the city, all the chaos of everybody tearing down. And now I'm in the midst of drying out all of my stuff. So yeah, I hope you have good weather, Caroline. That's no fun. The whole time I'm thinking, why do I even do this? What was I thinking? Yeah, there are benefits to doing outdoor art shows and certainly big drawbacks too, but getting to meet people, and I love that part of it. It's very fun. Just cleaning a little bit of paint gets on the side. I have trouble keeping my sides of my paintings clean. Some people tape their sides so that doesn't happen. It's one of those things that I would feel like I'm waiting too long to dive into doing the fun part if I'm taping. I don't mind the part of painting them gold, but somehow I don't feel like taping them off. I need dark. There's a dark separation right here. (8:31). We're still good on time, so I don't need to feel rushed. Sorry, I stopped talking, didn't I? I do get lost in thought when I'm doing this. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oops. Oh, thanks, Allie. I don't want to be too precious, but this is one like kind of that purple. Oh, it's pretty. I got a little something going on there at the top. I got to clean that off. Okay. So, this needs to kind of be this, pull this up a little bit. Still very messy. This is a very long, messy middle. And if you're anything like me, you're thinking, how on earth is this ever going to turn out? I always think that too. Gotta stay confident through the messy middle all the way to the other end. There's, I think, one of the hardest parts about painting. Confidence. That was a nice line. All right, I got to work on the eggs a little bit. They're starting to look like Easter eggs, like Paisenki eggs, aren't they? I need to start solving that. It always turns out, well, I hope so, Ellen. I hope it turns out okay. Just never know. Boxes are great. Thanks, Carol Ann. Yeah, now it's about time to be painting pumpkins. I don't know if I feel like it yet. Maybe it's too early in the pumpkin season to do that. I'm a late adopter to the shift of seasons to fall. I like fall, but sometimes I'm not ready for it. I feel like we barely had summer. Now it's time for fall. Okay. All right. Let's be a little serious here now. What should this do in here? This is like a in the shadow. This is all in the shadow. There should be a little bit more turquoisey in here. And I have to think a little bit about where my shadow and my highlights are, whether they're in the shadow or if it's just a darker part. Sometimes that can be a tricky thing about painting something like this subject, because things that might look like they're shadow because they're darker, they really aren't in the shadow, they're in the light, and they're just a darker color. So you do have to think about, gosh, what's happening here? What that is, let me save this. And go over here because I couldn't see what was happening. Oh, there's one tucked in there. I didn't even notice that. And that's shadow here. The little blemishes. Okay. I love the blemishes on the plums. And this could, whoops, I thought I had something lighter on my brush than I did. Even lighter. And that's a very dark, but you can see a little definition. Oop, that wasn't dark enough. I think that's enough suggestion up in there. Maybe I'll soften it just a little bit here. Yeah, that's good. Fussing with that too much. All right, I need to let that go. Maybe work on this one a little bit, and then I can move over to that gold mixing in there is nice. Light happening right in here. So much dimension. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. This is tricky. Get this. That's like my harder edge kind of. This needs to go a little darker. There. Okay. I'm not watching too much. Tell me if anyone asked me questions or anything that I'm missing. This is more of a straight line there. Okay, let me work on this. I have the reds in there. I think I'm good with my kind of more red colors. I could go with these fun bluish purples that we have. Okay, Cheryl asks, what reds are you using? Oh, it's a lot of the magenta mixed in with some of my purples. I mixed all the colors in the beginning. You could, whenever I'm finished doing this, I save these videos to my YouTube channel if anybody ever wants to watch it later, or if you missed some of it, or I could go just the teeniest bit lighter in here. That's nice. Okay, I could do some of my lighter lights. I think I'm about ready for that. All right. Holding my breath. Do that when I get to needing to be a little bit more exact with my lines. And pretty soon I can go in and work on my lightest lights. I always save them for the end. Because I do want some of that, I'd always want to try and keep some of that fun, unexpected color showing. I don't know if I'm ready for my lightest lights or not. It's like I'm afraid to go in there and do that. It's silly. Sometimes you have to dive into the things that scare you the most to get through to the other side, and then you have the confidence to keep on working. This is light in here. Light's hitting one of those plums in the underneath there. That will help to hold the dimension. Do you consciously choose a star of the show? I try to, Ellen, or Ish. We're all holding our breath with you. Yeah, I sort of do. Like, I try to think about where I want the focus to go. I'm not precious about it. Like, I don't overthink it, but usually someone ends up being the star of the show. All right, maybe I'll put my lights in there. You can tell I'm very hesitant to like go put my lights in, and I don't know why. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Nothing to be nervous about, right? So I got a little bit of something I didn't want in here. Do that. All right. Here we go. Whoops. Paint's a little bit thick. It's kind of hanging on my brush a little bit. Now, at this point, when I'm doing this, my instinct is to get a smaller brush so that I can get in there and get those details a little bit more. But I always try not to, because then it ends up getting a little bit too, it gets tighter, like you start to be too precious with it. And I like to keep it loose and spontaneous. Oops. This is really quite light right here. Make that a little bit darker. I like that little bit of red in there. I don't know if I should cover that or keep it. 8:49, we're still okay on time. This is the other side of that line up there. Keep it, please. Okay, I'll try to. Maybe I'll just cover just a smidge of it over here. All right, now I need to work on this, and maybe I need that soft pink color right in here. Whoops, that didn't turn out very pink, did it? Pinkish, purplish. I like that. All those fun colors going together. I don't want to gold a little bit in there. Oh, it's so fun, isn't it? This is lighter here. I'll let some of that unexpected color stay. All right, what am I missing? What needs to go lighter? That one was a little messy looking. I do like that turquoise in here. Could make that a little lighter down there because I feel like needed that. Definitely. All right, what other things do I need to lighten a little bit? Maybe this right there. I have that highlight. That's later in here too. Fabulous. Love all the colors. Me too. Those little bits of like reds and stuff kind of keep it a fall feel too a little bit, don't they? 8:53. Boy, I'm pulling it to the wire. I knew this would be a little bit more of a challenging one to do. But that's how you learn. Love that little itty bitty thing right there. I want to keep that. All right, do I have my lights and darks okay? Is there anything I need to do? Is that green down there distracting, or does it balance out what's happening up here? Sometimes those are the things I have trouble thinking about. And now I'm doing the part where I'm fussing with it, and I shouldn't. Okay, what Ellen said, so beautiful. How about a small highlight on the main plum and the edge of the box above it? Here. I see where you're saying. A lightest light, maybe. There is some. Some lightest lightness. Paint over here. All right, what do we think? Oh, let me see. I wasn't reading. See if anybody said anything beautiful. I love the green in it. Anita said, do you ever take a photo and change to black and white for value checks? I don't usually do that, but it is always a good practice to do that, because if I squint my eyes and look at it, I could use a little bit more of lightness in here. A little lightness there. Okay, now I think I'm fussing with it and not making much progress. Well, wait, just this little. I don't want that edge so hard right there. Yeah, that softness helped. turns a little bit. Yep. Okay, I gotta stop. Whoops, I see a little bit of white showing right there. Let me get that. And I think I'm gonna sign it. I love all those colors in there, so I'm gonna sign on this side. So there we go. Oh, I see, maybe I could just do a little bit. No, I shouldn't be fussing, but I could do a little light right there. Now wait, my last little stroke, I need to put a little green in there. Yes, okay. All right. I have to stop. And that was a messy middle to beat all messy middles, right? Okay, so there's my reference image. And there's my painting. Let me see if I can get in. I have a lot of light coming in my window right now. And then there's my palette. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. I'll save this on my YouTube channel if you want to watch it again. And I don't know what else. I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll do it again next week. So goodbye. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It was fun. Have a great day.